I don't like to talk about drama. I really don't. I've only done it maybe once or twice on this channel. I also don't really follow voice actors. I don't really give a shit about them. But this is just something that I really need to talk about. You've probably heard by now the whole drama in the Digital Circus fandom about how some of the voice actors, namely Ashley Nichols and Michael Kovach, were caught in a live stream, or not caught, found in a live stream 7 years ago, saying a word that was very similar to the N-word. And two things that I need to preface before getting into this is that, one, I don't have a Twitter, so I haven't seen everyone's reaction to this. I admittedly kind of live in my own bubble, but in a lot of cases I see that as a good thing. And then the second, more important thing is that I'm not black. But also neither is fucking everyone else who keeps butting in on this. Most of us should know by now, but just in case, in a live stream, Ashley Nichols was tricked into saying the first half of the word negative, basically to, make her say the N-word. And, of course, initially everyone laughed about it and pointed out the absurdity of it, but later in the stream, Michael began repeating that same word, jokingly. And now that clip has resurfaced and people are mad at them. And if it was just the first half of the misunderstanding, then there probably wouldn't even be a controversy at all. It's the second half that's drawn more scrutiny. One argument that I've heard is, oh, well, he wasn't actually saying it, he was saying a different word. And, I mean, technically, yes, he wasn't saying it, he was still invoking it, and invoking it is just as bad as saying it. There's also the argument, well, he wasn't saying it maliciously, so it's okay. Again, it doesn't matter what the intention is, you're still saying it. And of course, it was 7 years ago, and it wasn't even that bad. Look, yeah, it was a long time ago, but it still happened. 7 years ago, still happened. Another thing is like, oh, the people were saying way worse things in 2019 anyway, so this is okay. That doesn't make this any less bad. That just makes you desensitized. And I will admit that, yes, I have made a lot of very horrible jokes before also. I said way worse things than that in 2019, and I'm not proud of it, and it's not a good thing that I did. But that is kind of a conversation for another time. I feel like that deserves its own conversation, and I don't want to make things about me for this. Do I think Michael Kovach is a bad guy? I haven't met him, so I really don't know. He could be a fucking asshole. But for the sake of argument, let's just say, no, I think he's a great dude, a stand-up guy, a real model citizen. That doesn't change the fact that what he did was horrible. You can say Michael Kovach did a bad, awful, disgusting thing without saying Michael Kovach is a bad, awful, disgusting person. And I think that divide is what's most frustrating about this whole situation. There's the classic argument of, it's just white girls on Twitter who are mad. White girls on Twitter, white girls on Twitter. I don't have Twitter. I've seen a lot of people be upset by this, not just white girls on Twitter. You know who I saw was most upset by this? Black people. I wonder why. And I'm not trying to speak for black people or whatever. They're not a monolith, okay? Some people are going to be more upset about this than others, and some people will be more willing to forgive Michael than others. But still, if anyone has any right to be upset over the use of the fucking N-word, it is black people. Who is allowed to decide what's offensive? And we can debate all day till the cows come home which jokes are okay and which jokes cross the line, but even still, the joke itself is kind of the part that I least care about. Not saying I don't care about it at all, but you know what I mean. It's the fact that when something like this happens, people aren't disappointed in Michael. People aren't like, oh man, it really sucks that he did that. You don't have to go and tear down your fucking parasocial shrine to him or whatever, but just admit that he did a bad thing. No, instead, people's first reaction is always, "Oh, it probably wasn't that bad," or "Oh, it was a long time ago. It doesn't matter anymore. It's a nothing burger. Why do you care about it? You're just sensitive. You nothing burger." Wait, that doesn't even make any sense. You're just sensitive. You fucking snowflakes. See, there we go. The first reaction is defend the white guy, and I'm sure there was some group of people wanting to like destroy his career and ruin his life or whatever, but I really think most of the criticism was not coming from people like that. Most people just wanted an apology, and he gave one, and that's amazing. But it's like the people defending him don't want him to give an apology. I had the same thought at first, like, oh, this isn't really a big deal. Like, to give people the benefit of the doubt when they call this a nothing burger, and this is kind of what I thought at first also, was like, okay, yes, he did a bad thing, but he already apologized, and the people who are willing to forgive him will forgive him, those who aren't won't, and so problem solved, right? That, but like, even there, it's still, you still can't call it a nothing burger because real damage was done. People will say, oh, but there's real racism to be dealt with. Yes, there is. Namely, Plain Rock. Plain Rock. I used to fucking look up to you, man. What happened? He was running around a glitch convention shouting the first half of negative, which we have established is basically the N-word here, at like a bunch of people. And in the video, they are visibly uncomfortable. This is that real racism that people keep saying is more important than the Michael Kovach thing, but this happened indirectly because of the Michael Kovach thing. It's not a nothing burger. Actions have consequences. If it were just Michael Kovach Sims defending him, then I probably wouldn't care as much, but it's like, it's everyone. It's the entire internet, and I feel like it is this situation of like, people aren't sensitive, people are desensitized. Making exceptions for people in moments like Michael is how people in moments like BlackRock end up happening. Actually, isn't this just the whole iDubbbz thing all over again when he went to TanaCon? Oh, right, and when iDubbbz apologized for normalizing the N-word, everyone got mad at him, but that's another discussion. And I'm not trying to ban humor or anything. We don't have to start searching people's hard drives or whatever. I feel like telling edgy jokes in private is a societal right we all should have. And I know there's a lot of nuance with what's allowed to be joked about and what isn't, and I'm not really any authority on that, but it's just the thought process. The thought process everyone has. The apathy that so many people have. If you truly, honest to God, see this situation as a nothing burger, then don't comment. Don't leave a comment on this video, because if it's such a nothing burger, then it doesn't matter, right? Stop going around replying to people. Stop defending Michael. Stop just shouting your opinion into the void, because clearly it doesn't matter, right? No one cares, right? No one gives a shit. I know his tweet was phrased in a way that I don't love, but I do agree with Alex Roshan in that we really shouldn't be idolizing other people. The higher you put someone on a pedestal, the harder they will fall down. Nobody is perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Michael Kovach is not perfect. Ashley Nichols is not perfect. Gooseworks is not perfect. I'm sorry for saying the N-word like 800 times in the mid to late 2010s. I only ever said it in private, but it's still not good. If you want to unsubscribe, that's perfectly fine. I'm not going to stop you. Bye.